Whiskey 9, Mike, Romeo Bravo.
Mike Romeo Bravo, Roger, what's the name there?
Mike Romeo Bravo, Roger, what's the name there?
Hello, Jim, this is Mike. I've talked to you a couple of times before. How you doing this afternoon? I'm in Sycamore, Illinois, about 50 miles west of Chicago.
Roger, Mike, boy, I got a good signal on you. Why don't you tell me something about your antenna system for about 10 seconds, and let me see if I can find even a better path for us, Roger.
10 seconds, and let me see if I can find even a better path for us, Roger.
Okay, yes, I am about 35 feet up in the air. Pole, probably about... I don't know how much power we got, probably about 700 or 800 watts, I'm guessing. And, yeah, that's about my conditions. And, yeah, that's about my conditions right now. I'm on an SM50 microphone. I was talking to you off the Stoner 40 one time, and then I was also talking to you off my 7300 outside, and then I put the SM50 on, and you told me how much better it sounded. But now I'm inside the house, because it's too cold outside, and I'm operating off of the 7610, totally different radio, same microphone though, which is the SM50. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Well, let's check a couple of things there. You're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth, TVW, Roger?
100 transmit bandwidth, TVW, Roger?
That is correct, and I just adjusted the bass and tone control for what I perceive to be the best audio to come out of this radio. I'm hoping you're telling me that's okay.
Sounds good. Frequency response. Now, your compressor processor should be on a 3, Roger?
Compressor processor should be on a 3, Roger?
That is correct.
Okay, and then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, you become a human test tone generator, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running at 2/3 or 7, Roger?
Until your ALC meter is running at 2/3 or 7, Roger?
I'm not sure how to get to the ALC. I have the mic gain at 35% right now. I think that should be okay with the way this microphone's set up. I don't know how we get to the ALC meter here. We're doing that right now, trying to. Do you remember how to get to the ALC meter on this radio?
Well, I think the ALC meter is just below your power output meter. Usually that's where they put it. Only the ALC meter only runs about half the distance of the power output meter, but it's usually there much all the time, Roger?
Output meter, but it's usually there much all the time, Roger?
Okay, we got it. Okay, so you want me to go audio, is it 2/3? A little bit less than half. It's about half right now, Jim.
Yes, sir, that's where, well, you should be 2/3, you know, and you can do that easily. Just use the first part of that word. That's the word that gives you multiple harmonics, and that's what you want when you set up a radio for level control. So just go, don't worry about the back side of that word, and just adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is 2/3, Roger?
Your mic level until your ALC meter is 2/3, Roger?
Okay, just put up to 50%. Let's see. Where's it?
Not 2/3 yet.
Not quite 2/3?
No.
I don't want to turn it up too high. Okay, well, hang on. Let me try this. Let's try.
Let me try it.
You got it?
Yep.
Go to 65.
Right up. Getting closer.
All right, we're getting close. I don't run mine this hot. I don't know where the microphone's set on the bottom either, though. We got to see if this is all the way up. Okay, go to 75. That sounds kind of high, but how does it sound to you now, Jim?
It's pretty hot. It really is pretty hot. I can hear a lot of background noise in there. So why don't you come back to 50 and let's listen to that.
There. So why don't you come back to 50 and let's listen to that.
Okay, this is 50% right there. I thought it was a little bit too hot, but I have a 7300 at home, and I got it at about, I think I have it at like 30% of the mic gain, and same microphone, and I have it on 3 in a compression. I don't know where this microphone is set, so we have to look at the bottom of it, because that makes a difference also.
Roger. Usually, you set level by adjusting your mic and until you bring your ALC meter down to mid-scale to 2/3. That's usually, the best way to set your modulation. With the word audio, don't stress it, just say it, and then adjust your mic level until your ALC. I would say in your case, make it at the midpoint on your ALC meter.
In your case, make it at the midpoint on your ALC meter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had it at 35, and it was kind of achieving that. Here, you gotta, let's see. You want me to try it again?
Try over here.
Wait, a half?
No, you gotta turn the microphone upside down.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, Jim, my friend's doing this for me. I'm totally blind, so my buddy's setting the radio here. This is his unit, and where do you get the mic in it now?
50.
We're at 54%. I still think that might be too much, but let's see. Where's that at, half?
It's about half, 60%-ish, yeah.
Okay, so I think that, how does it sound to you now, Jim?
Yes, sir, it sounds good, but I think what you want to do is back off mic a couple of inches additional from where you are. Back up off the mic a couple of inches difference from where you are, Roger?
Off the mic a couple of inches difference from where you are, Roger?
Okay, that should be a little better. I dropped it back down to 40% of the mic gain, and that'll take some of the background out, because I'm pretty good distance, let's see, here, about a foot from the microphone. And that's usually where I have it at my house. And I think that's about the best settings for this radio. But I'd like to get your opinion on it, because you like audio, so you're like me.
Roger, well, try 35. Try 35 on your mic level, and let's see what that sounds like.
35 on your mic level, and let's see what that sounds like.
Okay, that's where I had it when I first started talking to you, so that's where I have it at home. I have it at 3 in a compression, 35 on the mic gain, and it seems to be okay. How's that right there?
All right, let's just try 30. Let's try 30 and see what that does.
All right, let's just try 30. Let's try 30 and see what that does.
Okay, you might be hearing a little bit of a fan noise. How is that? Is that any better?
I think that's perfect. I think 30's it. Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio for about 10 to 15 seconds.
Well, I will say that this radio is a little bit beyond me, because it's got too much stuff on it, but I love it. So I have the scaled down version, which is the 7300 that Tom was nice enough to let me borrow. I have that at home. This particular unit,
This is your radio, too.
yeah. Well, I come over to his house and I use all of his stuff, and the 7610 I love. It's just got a really nice display, which of course I can't take advantage of, but I have a box on here that is called a ham pod, which I will demonstrate the noise to you. Here. Okay, that's the voice that comes out of it, the verbosity voice that comes out of that box. And when I use this box, it has a 16-button keypad, which allows me to operate the radio in a non-traditional fashion by buttons. So I don't touch the radio at all for the most part. I can adjust the mic gain, I can adjust a lot of different settings. I can't get to them all, but the other stuff we set with this, by screen, that Tom was able to do for me. And so I love the radio. It's got a little bit too much stuff for me. That's why the 7300 is probably more my scope. I love that radio, and it's about half the size of this one, because I don't have a lot of room at my home. So I run that one with the same microphone, way less power. I'm just using 100 watts at home. I would like to try to catch you from my home, which is in Chicago, one day, to see if you can hear me. Right now I'm running a significant more amount of power, and I'm running off an end-fed, off-center fed dipole, like I told you. And so it's quite a better setup than I have at my place, but he let me borrow that radio. So I'm sorry I'm going on a little bit too long. So the long and short of it is, I love this radio. There's just a lot of things that I can't do with it But with the help of this hand pod that this gentleman was able to make for blind users in California, it was a limited run. I got my hands on a couple of them, and it helps. It makes it so that I can use both of these radios quite efficiently. W9MRB.
Roger, Roger, Mike. Well, gosh, I think you're sounding really good there. I would say that your dynamic range now is about 3 dB, which means your average percent of peak modulation is around 80 to 85%, so I would call that close enough, Roger.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I kind of took some of your recommendations from when I was talking to you before, and I was checking out some YouTube videos and how people were setting up these radios with this particular microphone. And I think I have it between 30 and 35 on the mic gain at my house, which is about the same. I think we're at 30% here. And 3 on the compression. Because these radios get quite loud if you let them, and I don't want to... Because these radios get quite loud if you let them, and I don't want to... We just adjusted the bass and tone control. We're on TVW wide, so I think I got all the adjustments down. So, and I got your approval, so that's okay by me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you can go to YouTube and do that call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, you will run across this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3300. And I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So maybe you could get somebody. I don't know how computer, how you work with computers, but if you've got somebody there that can help you, I think you should be maybe listening to your audio. I think it's great, Roger.
Oh yeah, Jim. I can do it quite well. I've already checked out the other videos when I was talking to you. I don't know if you remember me when I was talking to you on the Stoner. I think it was a 40 Stoner. No, Stoner 10. It was a Stoner 1080. I think, or 8010. It was a quite unusual radio, and I remember the first time I talked to you, I was talking to you off of that. So you talked to a lot of people, so I don't know if you remember, but that's the first radio that I talked to you on. And then like I said, I talked to you on a 7300. I also have a Yaesu FTDX10 that I can get you with next time. We have quite a variety of radios here that Tom's got here, and running through an OM Power 4001 amplifier, and it's cut way down because this is an awesome amplifier. But I'm running at about probably 700 watts right now, and we like to keep it on the legal side. So I'm hearing a little bit of something in your audio, Jim, and I don't know if it's just I'm getting interference here. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of RF noise on your signal. I don't know if you're able to see it, or if it's just something. I'm hearing like some kind of an RF feedback, just a slight bit when you're talking. Come on back to me again.
Roger, I was just thinking you might want to make that Stoner. I wouldn't talk about that Stoner very much because somebody might misunderstand you, Roger.
Yeah, not that kind of a Stoner. Have you ever heard of that radio? Because I think when I talked to you, you said you never heard of it before.
No, sir, I've never heard of that Stoner before.
Yeah, there's quite a few other Stoners, and some of them are in government, but we won't go into that. I got a little something on you, Jim. I don't know if you're able to see it in your meter. I'm hearing a little bit of just a little bit of crunchiness on your audio. Otherwise, it's fine, but there's something coming in with you. Can you see that when you're talking?
No, everything is normal here. Everything is A-OK here. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. All indications are a go here, Roger.
You already got something wrong, Jim. Could be too damn long.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a squeal, and my ears are pretty good. Not being blind, I got pretty good perception, good audio skills, and I'm hearing something on you, Jim. It's like just a little bit of a scratchiness behind your audio, and the other gentleman just heard it too. So just want to let you know, because I know you like perfection in your audio, and there's something going on, like you're getting a little bit of RF in your audio, I believe.
This is Bob, N300, 30 miles south of Pittsburgh, Jim. And I do detect some RF in your audio.
All right. Well, gosh, it's close enough to go fishing. And maybe I can get out of here and work on this thing for a minute. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You two gentlemen have a great evening and a good weekend coming up. N300. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. You sound good yourself. I'm in Sycamore, Illinois, about 50 miles west of Chicago. And I've been talking to Jim here, as you probably heard. And I picked that up. It sounds, I don't know what kind of microphone he's running, but there's some kind of RF come back into the microphone. I've had enough of that stuff happening to me, and sometimes it's just a matter of moving a wire, and it goes away.
Yeah, and when we do have a problem like that, we do want to know. We do want to know before we cook something or it gets worse. So, yeah, you did the right thing, and I listen to Jim every Friday. And, all of a sudden he started getting bad, and I'm glad you brought it to his attention. So, okay, real good. You're sounding good. I'm on a 7300 here also with the hand mic. And hope I have everything adjusted correctly, too. So, okay, gentlemen. Hey, have a great upcoming weekend. Don't forget to watch that football game.
Yeah, you sound, my son was talking to me, so I didn't catch everything you said, but you sound really good with that stock. The stock microphone on the 7300 is fantastic. It's a Heil, I believe. Your audio is fine. And I usually like to tell people when I hear something that's not right, and some people get upset by it, which I don't understand that, because if I had some kind of RF or some kind of noise, I would want somebody to tell me. That's just how I am. And I hear imperfections in people's audio all the time, and I tell them, and they get mad sometimes. And there's times I'm hearing people that I talk to, and nobody mentions it. I'm just listening in the weeds, and nobody mentions it. And I'm like, how do you not say something to that person? And I don't get it. But if something's going wrong, I want to know. And me not being able to see the meters, I really want to know, because I don't have the monitor on. I don't like the monitor on these radios, even through the headphones. You can kind of get an idea of what it does, what it sounds like, but it isn't the true way the radio sounds. So the only way you're going to hear something is if somebody records you and sends it to you, or if somebody picks up on it and tells you. So I'm glad you're like me there, Bob.
Mike and Bob, thank you very much. This is KC9VKV. Bob, do you still hear that distortion?
MRB.
Yeah, Jim. Jim came back in there. Yeah, Jim, it is still there, my friend. Still there.
All righty. I got to work on it some more.
It's funny. I mean, you've been here for the last couple hours, and it just creeped up on you at the very end here. So, I don't know. Shrug my shoulders. But you were sounding good all along until the very end here.
Roger, I was thinking it was... I don't have anything ticking off like a bird. I'm just working around the microphone, trying to pull the XLR, tighten it, and see if that might do anything. Hello, 1, 2, 3, still there?
Yeah, still there. It sounded like one of the fellows you were talking to about 3 or 4 times before. You were trying to get him to turn his mic gain down. That's what it sounds like now on your half.
The problem is when he turned it down, it got worse.
I'll have to work on this. Let me say 73s to everybody, and appreciate all the information, and we're just going to have to work on it.